Welcome to www.theaustraliantest.com, your trusted resource for Australian Citizenship Test preparation with 12 years of experience. In this video, we will present 20 unique multiple-choice questions drawn directly from the official guide, Australian Citizenship, Our Common Bond. Each question comes with a detailed explanation to enhance your understanding. Please do not skip and watch continuously for the best learning experience. Do not forget to share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started.
Question 1. Which state has large areas of unspoilt wilderness landscapes? Option A, Queensland. Option B, South Australia. Option C, Tasmania. Option D, Northern Territory. The correct answer is Tasmania. Explanation: Tasmania is the smallest state, separated from the mainland by Bass Strait. Much of the island has unspoilt wilderness landscapes. Question 2. On which day do Australians remember those who served and died in wars and peacekeeping operations? Option A, Harmony Day. Option B, Anzac Day. Option C, Easter Sunday. Option D, Remembrance Day. The correct answer is Anzac Day. Explanation: Anzac Day is a solemn day when we remember the sacrifice of all Australians who served and died in wars, conflicts, and peacekeeping operations. We also honor the courage and commitment of all servicemen and women. Question 3. According to Aboriginal legend, what created the colors of the opal? Option A, a sunset on the beach. Option B, lightning striking the ground. Option C, a rainbow touching the earth. Option D, the first sunrise. The correct answer is a rainbow touching the earth. Explanation: the opal is Australia's national gemstone. In Aboriginal legend, a rainbow touched the earth and created the colors of the opal. Question 4. Which statement about equality in Australia is true? Option A, only certain groups have equal rights. Option B, discrimination is acceptable in some cases. Option C, laws ensure equal treatment regardless of race, gender, or other factors. Option D, equality only applies to citizens. The correct answer is laws ensure equal treatment regardless of race, gender, or other factors. Explanation: we value freedom and expect all Australians to treat each other with dignity and respect regardless of their race, country of origin, gender, sexual preference, marital status, age, disability, heritage, culture, politics, wealth, or religion. Question 5. Can children born overseas to Australian citizens be registered as Australian citizens? Option A. No, they cannot be registered as Australian citizens. Option B. Only if they are born in Australia or New Zealand. Option C. Yes, they can be registered as Australian citizens. Option D. Only if they move to Australia before age 18. The correct answer is yes, they can be registered as Australian citizens. Explanation: Australian citizens may have children born overseas. They can register their children as Australian citizens. The children then have the same rights and responsibilities of citizenship as children born in Australia. Question 6. What does executive power in the Australian government include? Option A, judicial power. Option B, legislative power. Option C, Australian government ministers and the Governor-General. Option D, local government officials. The correct answer is Australian government ministers and the Governor-General. Explanation: executive power is the power to put the laws into practice. The executive includes Australian government ministers and the Governor-General. Question 7. What is the role of the King of Australia in day-to-day government? Option A, the King does not have a day-to-day role in government. Option B, the King has a day-to-day role in government. Option C, the King does not have any role in government. Option D, the King is the Prime Minister of Australia. The correct answer is, the King does not have a day-to-day role in government. Explanation: Australia's head of state is the King of Australia, His Majesty King Charles III. The King appoints the Governor-General as his representative in Australia on advice from the Australian Prime Minister. The King does not have a day-to-day role in government. Question 8. What is true about freedom of speech in Australia? Option A, Australians are not allowed to freely practice any religion. Option B, all men and women are equal in a court of justice. Option C, Australians are free to say and write what they think but cannot harm others. Option D, there are no restrictions on speech. The correct answer is, Australians are free to say and write what they think but cannot harm others. Explanation: in Australia, we are free to say and write what we think privately or publicly about any topic. However, we cannot harm others. Question 9. What does the bottom half of the Aboriginal flag of Australia symbolize? Option A, the Australian Aboriginal people. Option B, the earth and a spiritual relation to the land. Option C, the sun. Option D, the moon. The correct answer is the earth and spiritual relation to the land. Explanation: the Australian Aboriginal flag is black, red, and yellow. The top half is black and represents the Aboriginal people of Australia. The bottom half is red and represents the earth and a spiritual relation to the land. The yellow circle represents the sun. Question 10. Which heritage has had a major influence on Australia's history, culture, and political institutions? Option A, the British and Irish heritage. Option B, the British and French heritage. Option C, British and Chinese heritage. Option D, Irish and French heritage. The correct answer is the British and Irish heritage. Explanation: early free settlers were from Great Britain and Ireland. This British and Irish heritage has had a major influence on Australia's history, culture, and political institutions. Question 11. Who was the commander of the First Fleet? Option A, Captain James Stirling. Option B, Captain James Cook. Option C, Captain Arthur Phillip. Option D, William Blight. The correct answer is Captain Arthur Phillip. Explanation: the first governor of the colony of New South Wales was Captain Arthur Phillip. He brought the first fleet of 11 ships safely from Britain to the other side of the world. Question 12. What is the smallest state in Australia? Option A, Western Australia. Option B, Queensland. Option C, New South Wales. Option D, Tasmania. The correct answer is Tasmania. Explanation: Tasmania is the smallest state separated from the mainland by Bass Strait. Much of the island has unspoilt wilderness landscapes. Tasmania's capital city is Hobart. Question 13. Where do Australia's national colors come from? Option A, the colors of the golden wattle. Option B, the colors of the sunflower. Option C, the colors of golden poppy. Option D, the colors of the national flag. The correct answer is the colors of the golden wattle. Explanation: Australia's national colors are green and gold, the colors of the golden wattle. The uniforms of our national sports teams are usually green and gold. Question 14. Which heritage has had a major influence on Australia's history, culture, and political institutions? Option A, American. Option B, British and Irish. Option C, Asian. Option D, French and Russian. The correct answer is British and Irish. Explanation: early free settlers were from Great Britain and Ireland. This British and Irish heritage has had a major influence on Australia's history, culture, and political institutions. Question 15. Which world-famous reef runs along the eastern coast of Queensland? Option A, Indonesia Reef. Option B, Skydive Reef. Option C, Great Barrier Reef. Option D, Coral Sea Reef. The correct answer is Great Barrier Reef. Explanation: Queensland is the second largest state. It has the Torres Strait Islands in the north, tropical rainforests, temperate coastal areas, and an often dry inland. The world-famous Great Barrier Reef runs along its eastern coast. Question 16. What is the minimum age to register on the electoral roll in Australia? Option A, 19 years. Option B, 20 years. Option C, 21 years. Option D, 18 years. The correct answer is 18 years. Explanation: Australian citizens aged 18 years or over must register their name and address on the electoral roll. Once you are on the electoral roll, voting is compulsory for Australian citizens aged 18 years or over in federal and state or territory elections. Question 17. Which part of Western Australia is a rich agricultural and wine-growing area? Option A, north. Option B, east. Option C, southwest. Option D, central. The correct answer is southwest. Explanation: Western Australia is the largest state. The east of the state is mostly desert, while the southwest is a rich agricultural and wine-growing area. Question 18. What protects a person's reputation against false information in Australia? Option A, laws. Option B, social media policies. Option C, personal agreements. Option D, cultural norms. The correct answer is laws. Explanation: we cannot make false allegations, encourage others to break the law, or damage another person's reputation. There are laws to protect a person's good name against false information. Question 19. What is the responsibility of Australian citizens? Option A, avoid jury duty. Option B, refuse to defend Australia. Option C, defend Australia should the need arise. Option D, disobey laws you disagree with. The correct answer is defend Australia should the need arise. Explanation: as an Australian citizen, you must obey the law, vote in federal and state or territory elections and in a referendum, defend Australia should the need arise, serve on a jury if called to do so. Question 20. What established the Parliament of the Commonwealth of Australia? Option A, the British Constitution. Option B, House of Representatives. Option C, the Australian Constitution. Option D, High Court of Australia. The correct answer is the Australian Constitution. Explanation: the Australian Constitution established the Parliament of the Commonwealth of Australia, created with a House of Representatives and a Senate.
Thanks for watching. We hope you answered all the questions correctly and this practice test helped you prepare for your Australian Citizenship Test. Remember to check out www.theaustraliantest.com for more free resources and practice tests. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful content. Good luck on your journey to Australian citizenship.